Hello guys, this is Becca and I'm here to introduce you to the open collab, one of the open collabs that I am hosting. If you don't know what an open collab is, it means you can just simply join in anytime you want to. You don't have to ask permission. You can do it every week, or you can do it a few weeks and skip a week, or do it a few weeks and skip 2 or 3 weeks, however you want to do it. You just jump in whenever you want to. There are a couple of requirements to join this collab, and that is that you use the hashtag color your stamps. Excuse my air conditioner, it just came on. It's pretty hot here today. But you use the hashtag color your stamps, and we upload it on Thursdays. So that's the only two requirements, is that you use the hashtag color your stamps and you upload it on Thursdays. You can do it any way you want to. There's not a specific way. Like, you do not have to stamp and color it on video. You can just stamp it on video and then go off and color it and come back and share your finished product. Or you can stamp and color it on video, or you can not stamp and color it at all on video. Just do it and then do a video showing what you did and what stamps you used and all of that. So it's just simply up to you. The only thing is that you're using your stamps that has been setting up that you haven't used. You're stamping them out and coloring them and sharing them with us, and then you will have a stash of stamps colored and ready to make cards or tags or whatever you do with your stamps that you use. You'll have a stash already colored and waiting. So the reason I wanted to do this collab is because I have I have a few stamps that's been girl type. Now, I have a lot of stamps, but as I was going through them, I didn't realize most of them are like word stamps, or either it's the full stamp that when you put it on the ink, it puts the color. You don't have to color it later. And I didn't realize that until I was going through it for this collab. But I still have quite a few of the type that you stamp out and color. So they've just been sitting there, and so I used to make cards and I used to scrapbook and do things. So I decided that if I went ahead and stamped these out and colored them, cut them out, and have them ready, then I do glue booking. So I would have them to use in my glue books if I wanted to put one on one of the pages that I do in my glue books. So that's the reason I started this collab, is so I could use my stamps that has just been sitting there. So for today, I am stamping out 3 different images, and I'm probably just going to color one and leave the other 2 for next week, or I don't know. I'll just have to see. I may end up coloring all 3 of them, or I may just color 2. I'll just have to see, but I will have at least one colored to show you. I am not going to color them on video, but I wanted to come on and show you. I'm using the Greeting Farms Miss Anya Samoyed, Samoyed, S-A-M-O-Y-E-D, Samoyed. I'm not sure just how to pronounce that, but it is 3 different stamps that I'm going to be using. I've already stamped 2 of them off camera. I have my 3rd one here on my block. I'm going to be using the Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp it in. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. Now this is the first time these stamps have even been used. Like I said, I have several stamps that I have never even used. I bought them, and before I used them, I quit making cards. And so I've never used them. So that is the main reason I'm doing this collab, is to give me some kind of incentive to use my stamps. And you know how when it's a new stamp, it's kind of blotchy. But that turned out pretty good. So that's the 3 stamps I'm stamping today. Now I am going to turn off the camera and I'm going to cut these out. I don't want to do that on camera because it will, you know, take a while. So I'm going to cut these out and decide which ones I'm going to color, if I'm going to color all 3 or if I'm just going to color 2 or just 1. Like I said, I may just color 1 to share with you today and then leave the others for another day, for another hashtag collab day. So I'll just have to see what I'm going to do, how time permits mainly. So that is that's the 3 stamps I'm using, and so I will be back, guys, and I will show you what I've come up with. I'll show you which images I have colored and the medium that I used to color them, like whether it was alcohol markers or, you know, colored pencils or whatever I use to color with. I'll show you that also. All right, I will see you in a jiffy for you. Okay, guys, I am back, and I decided to go ahead and color all 3 images. I think they turned out really cute. They're small, so it didn't take long to color them. And I don't do a lot of shading. Now, on the skin, I usually like around the hair and around the neck, I'll put a little shading. But that's about the only shading I know how to do. The rest, I just color, just like I would any other thing I color. So that's the 3 images that I've done. And I think they turned out really cute. Now, I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put them in my supply of die cuts and things that I use for... so I have a little container here that I have some die cuts and different things in. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put them right here. And... no, I don't think so. This is my... I wasn't thinking about that. This is my vintage die cuts, and it's about full. So I'm just going to put it up here. I'm not going to take my box down right now, but I have a box that I keep magazine clippings and die cuts and different things in that I use for my glue booking. So I'm just going to throw them in there with that, and I'll have some little girls if I need them. Now, your images in this collab, your images does not have to be, you know, like people. It can be any kind of stamp that you can stamp and color. So anything that you have that you want to stamp and color. It doesn't have to be, you know, like people. So, I want to share with you what I used for their skin tones. I used my skin tone markers that I have here. I purchased these from Amazon. And if I can find the other ones, I think I'm going to add them in with it too. These here are called Touch New sketch markers. They have the broad tip and the fine tip. And then I also have these Studio Series dual tip skin tone markers. And I'm thinking, since I have room, that I'm going to take them out of this plastic case, because it's kind of hard to get them in and out anyway in that case. These, now these have a brush tip and a fine tip. These don't have the broad tip. It has the brush tip and the fine tip. And this is called Studio Series Artist Markers. And they are alcohol markers. So I'm going to stick that in there with that. And that way this will be all my skin tones. And I'll be easy for me to find them right here in this little container. And my little girl got stuck to it. And I'm just going to chunk this because it was hard getting the markers in and out. Matter of fact, one time one of the tips stuck in there and I couldn't hardly get it out. And it was hard to get the, you know, because it's not exactly round shaped, and it was hard to get it positioned just right to click it back in the lid when I put it back in that plastic container. And when I finally got it out, I didn't put it in there as hard the next time. And so it's just easier to have them here. So for the rest of the colors, like her shoes and her dress and the dog and the hair and all that, the bows, I use these markers. These are from Colorit, and they're the dual tip alcohol based markers. And these have the broad tip and the fine tip. And so I just use these. Now, some of these, I must have got an old, when I say old, I mean one that's been sitting there for a while, not one that had just recently been made up. Because a couple, well, one of them Macy got a hold of, and she chewed the lid. And I went ahead and put it back. No, that was this one. So it must have been these. Okay. What happened first, when I first received these, there's an olive color in here. Somewhere. Right here. Pale olive. I had 2 of these. And right here where it says the hot sauce color, the CM04, they had the olive color in there. I don't have the CM04, the hot sauce color. So I took one of the olive colors out and just put them with my random markers, and I just put another color of red from the this is Touch Markers by Shinhan. I just stuck that in there. It's a deeper red or different red. It may not be exact same color red. Then one of my markers was already dried out. So I just found another color that I thought would kind of blend in with the rest of these. As close as I could get it. Really should have been more like a green one right here. Like a light. It's called Cool Shadow, but it was already dried out. So I just stuck another marker in there to have all the places filled. So this here is the markers that I use to do the hair, the clothes, and the shoes, and the dog. For the skin, I used the, what did I call them? Touch New markers for the skin. So, I wanted to share that with you. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this here is an open collab. I am the host. And all you do, what it simply means is you don't have to do it every Thursday. You don't have to do it every week. You can do it a week, miss a few weeks. You know, that's what open collab means. And it also means you don't have to ask permission. You just do it when you want to do it. The only requirements is to put the hashtag color your stamps and to upload it on a Thursday. You know, every week if you'd want to do it every week. But anyway, this is my images I colored, my stamped images that I've colored. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I'd love for you to join in with me if you have stamps that you would like to color up you some and have on hand. This is a good way to get some stamps colored up and put in your stash. So when you get ready to make a card or a tag or whatever, you will have some images already colored you could just grab and put on there. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to see more of you in the collab, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will talk with you later. Bye.